Hey everyone, it's Ron from Cali Fabrics, and we have a really exciting drop this week. We've got over 50 brand new Deadstock finds from some very high-end suppliers. So excited to show you. I'm probably the most excited for this drop that I've been for one in quite some time. Let's take a look. Okay, so before we go to the Deadstock group that I was talking about, we did get in some new Ponti. So a new violet, a new charcoal, a new navy, this really cool kind of dark denim blue, and then an ivory. These ones are all going to be a little bit lower price point than some of our other ones. They're still very nice, really nice and stretchy. Just a little bit different quality than the other ones that we carry that I think are more like $13 a yard. These are going to be $9.99. And then I also got some really kind of cool stretch meshes. So this is a burnout velvet with like this cool cheetah. You can kind of see like this cheetah / tiger pattern to it, like this mixed animal print, semi-sheer burnout, really nice and stretchy. Couple new solids in power mesh, also just really nice and stretchy. This one's cool. In fact, I should open this one up so you guys can see that a little better. This one is kind of like an iridescent metallic, if you can kind of see it, on this cool tiger print or zebra print. If you know whether it's a tiger or a zebra just from what you see here, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'm curious. Oh, this is another metallic mesh. So this one is got these really pretty metallic roses on it, and then of course it's sheer underneath. This can make a really cute top, or if you're like blending it with another fabric, like cool sleeves, little accents, pretty cool. And then a new ivory power mesh. Okay, getting into the rest of the Deadstock group. This lace is phenomenal. It is so cool. Let me find where it opens up so we can actually kind of see what happens here. So this has this really pretty Cupro border, which goes along right here. Let me move the tape. And it's a double border, so both sides have this border that's about maybe 8 inches wide. And then it gets into this really cool meshy lace in the middle. So most of it is this, and then it has this really gorgeous double border Cupro. And the overall pattern is this really pretty bright spring floral. This is screaming Easter dress, Easter skirt, something like that to me, but it is so springy. It makes me happy to look at it. And it's a beautiful lace. The colors are really nice and rich, which I do feel like are coming through well on the camera here. Just so vibrant, very spring ready. This is a cotton lace in a really pretty lime green, also a Cupro lace. And has this really fun kind of floral pattern to it. We only have, 8 or 9 yards here. That one will go quick. Cotton laces tend to sell well. This is just a really nice classic fine shirting. You can kind of see the fine stripe here. Yeah, really tiny little micro stripes. Take a couple steps away, it almost looks like a chambray, but it is tiny micro stripes, and it's just really pretty. Obviously a very smooth hand. These came from New York. This here is, again, we're still kind of feeling the spring vibes here with this really bright yellow double gauze, and it is a reversible. So it's got those stripes on the back. Super fun. We got a big group of these about a year or two ago, and they sold out so fast. Only one in this particular group, but just really beautiful, fun, vibrant, lightweight, airy. Again, we're thinking spring and summer. Fantastic for tops, very comfortable. I have a shirt made out of one of these reversible double gauzes, and it's just very nice and airy and comfortable. These two here. Okay, so now we're getting into some of the higher end Deadstock stuff. This is a stretch poplin with a really pretty floral. Got a little bit of stretch, not a ton, maybe about 15% stretch, a nice lightweight. This would be a really great skirt, but also something that could be used for a top. This is its sister print, and just kind of a tan on off-white rather than the red on cream. Again, just very pretty, nice stretch. This one here is really cool. It's interesting. So this is a stretch, got a nice bit of stretch. And it has these little pleats, which are going to be hard to show in a photo, but I was hoping the video could kind of show them off well, because it's got this really cool kind of natural pleated, there you can kind of see them there. Just these little pleats that run all the way across the fabric, giving it a little bit of almost a wavy pattern. It kind of feels a little bit like an illusion looking at it, but it's also just a very classic, pink gingham. Really soft, very nice. This entire drop is excellent quality-wise. Okay, so this one here, I'm very, very excited about. I was actually able to Google image search the fabric and go back and find where this came from. A dress made out of this fabric, I think right now is selling for about $600 to $800. This is a panel though, so I'm going to jump over to another thing to show you guys the panel prints that are here. And then we'll come back and go over the rest of the group. Okay, so this one here and its tan sister are a 64-inch panel. So really almost 2 yards. It starts with this really gorgeous at the bottom of the panel. This really gorgeous black and white wildflower. And then it kind of goes up and up and up and up. And it clears up to the stripes. These were used to make this really, really beautiful kind of sundress. And at 64 inches, I mean, there's so much that you can do with just a panel of this. Matching sets, like there's all kinds of cool stuff. I feel like, again, let your imagination run wild because this print is absolutely gorgeous. And the fabric itself is it's a cotton lawn. It's got a really nice hand. It is not too sheer, but obviously very nice and summery. This would be beautiful. It has a really soft sheen to it as well. Very high end, nice crisp cotton lawn, this print. And then let's hop over here so you can see the tan version. I mean, I don't know if tan's the right word, maybe cappuccino because it's just a little bit darker. But again, it's got this really beautiful floral, black and white. On the dress that was made, and I can't actually link to what was made from this, but a quick Google image search might do you some good because this will show you kind of how they used it. But really beautiful. Used this obviously kind of toward the bottom of the skirt and then went up with a stripe to the top of the dress. Kind of the bodice was just the stripes. Just really, really pretty. All right, and this one actually is reading a little bit dark on my camera, but this is a really beautiful wine rose floral at the bottom of this panel. This one actually is a 42-inch panel. This was used in a skirt. So this was the bottom of the skirt. And then it goes up to this just really pretty kind of rich cream color. Again, quality-wise, it is very much the same as the last panel. Kind of a nice, crisp cotton lawn. Very, very high quality. I believe these are Italian. Yeah, they are Italian because the labels on these were in Italian. But just let me get closer to this print because this one, it's just absolutely beautiful. The detail they're able to get in this print is phenomenal, and it's these little touches that really make up the difference when you're looking at like really high-end fabrics because yeah, the details are really beautiful. Okay, so this one here is the next one. This one is really pretty and very, very cool. This is an embroidered cotton lawn. I don't know if you could really call it an eyelet. I guess you would call it an eyelet. It's just not a traditional eyelet because it's got all of these little tiny little meshy holes in it. And this really intricate, if you can kind of see there, embroidery all over. The texture on this is so cool. It is still very light and airy. Obviously the texture, I mean, this is just something that I feel like a fashion designer's dream, someone who wants a fabric that you can really get kind of creative with. This bright lime just pops and it is such a cool fabric. I think there's a lot of potential here and this will be a lot of fun to work with. All right, another panel that we will go over in the video that I have not yet made, but I've probably already shown you. This eyelet is so cool. This yellow just pops. It is sunshine on a roll. And again, very high end. The embroidery on this, it is full width on the embroidery, 60 inches wide. There's a lot you could do with even just a yard of this fabric. And it is just so nice. These are all just incredible, incredible, incredible. Another panel, which I will show you in the other video that you've already seen. And then this one here is its sister. Similar, not identical. This is an all-over deep wine rose print. I was able to find the dress made out of this one as well. That one is selling for, I think, about $1,500. This is a silk cotton blend. The colors on this fabric, so the texture on this is similar to this one. Very paper-like, very soft, and just the colors are so rich. It reads very high-end. It reads very, very high-end. It's a very nice fabric.
behaves very much like a cotton lawn, with a little bit of extra crispness. Great structure, is going to make a great summer dress. Very, very nice. This is a stretch. I believe this is a stretch cotton lawn. Yeah. With this really pretty medallion print. You can kind of see this one is just ridiculously soft. I thought it was rayon, but it actually is cotton. Really nice and soft. This one also has a good amount of stretch, so this will just be like the most comfortable, lovely thing, whatever it is made into. These are fabrics too. Again, these are dead stock, so once they're gone, they're gone. We are not able to get more of them, which some of these I wish we could have gotten more of because they're just so nice. This is another super fun springy floral, obviously black background, so really nice. This would make a really cool, like, lightweight jacket. This is a polyester peachskin. So if you know anything about peachskin, it is almost similar in texture to, feels a little bit like a suede, a little velvety, just very soft brushed face, but very, very, very short pile. Like, it's not a suede where you can actually see the pile when you do that. But it has a very, very slight brush texture to it. Really, really soft. And the colors are just incredibly rich. Okay, this group here, brocades. We got 3 brocades. These are very high-end designer brocades. They have metallic threading throughout. Just absolutely gorgeous patterns. Dresses, obviously, jackets, things like that. Just so much interest. These would be so much fun to work with. And it's a fabric that really, like, a simple skirt, a simple dress, a simple jacket made out of this is going to pop because the fabric's got so much going on, and it's just very, very beautiful and elegant, while also being really fun. This one here as well. This one's cool. It has kind of a puffed texture. Let me get this plastic wrap off. Okay. Kind of a puffy texture. You can kind of see there with the metallics, this kind of abstract leopard look. And it's got kind of this iridescent blue metallic. This one really, I mean, you could use either side of this. This is the face, but the back is pretty cool too. A lot of times people will use these almost like reversible or contrasting type things. We use the back and the front. Really cool. Again, a lot of creative opportunities there. All right, coming down. These are some kind of, I don't know, elevated basics. This is a black 100% Tencel jersey knit. It looks almost rubbery, and it is so soft, almost like a microfiber, like something that you would clean glasses with in terms of that softness. But this is actually an apparel quality type thing. It's not what you would clean glasses with, but it really, really soft, has that kind of suede look and feel to it. Obviously, you can kind of see just so fluid, so incredibly stretchy. This is a really, really cool fabric. Just in general, this will make an incredible t-shirt, any kind of top. You could totally make a pair of leggings that would just be absolutely so comfortable against the skin. Just really, really nice. Tencel is one of my favorite things. These 3 here are all the same fabric. We can focus. So black, really pretty rich purple, and then a sky blue. This is I see the loop side. These are cotton French terries, a nice usable midweight here. So not too heavy, not too light. Kind of see like how the stretch, 4-way stretch, good amount of stretch. These would be a really comfortable pair of like joggers. Obviously like a hoodie, something like that. This is really pretty. This is a suiting fabric. It's a poly spandex, but it was just so pretty. We had to get it. This is a black on black jacquard stripe. So shadow stripe, super pretty, nice stretch across the width. Again, this would be a phenomenal jacket or skirt or whatever. It's got the stretch to do really a whole lot of things. This is really pretty. This is a cotton with this really pretty textured grid pattern to it. And the grid itself has just a little bit of a sheen to it, which gives the fabric a really cool texture when it moves. This is really pretty. This is a classic white shirting. This will make, I mean, if you're literally looking for like a blouse or a white button down, something like that, this is really, really nice, tight woven, high quality white shirting. This is something also that came in with this group. This is just a poly rayon lawn, super soft, lightweight. Let's see, where is it? There you are. Sorry. Okay. Really soft, lightweight. So lightweight, really, you could almost use it as a lining. Just so soft to the touch. And I think this one's only like $6 a yard, so that's pretty cool. Got a few Satines here. Again, most of these fabrics came from a very, very high-end designer. So just the quality on these is a cut above. So this is a shirt weight sateen, really nice and soft. This is a sateen that's a little bit more of a bottom weight with some stretch. So still this is a midweight. It's not a heavyweight, but definitely more of a bottom weight. You could do a shirt out of this, but it's going to be a little more structured. It does have that great stretch though, and the color is so nice and rich. And then this blush, which is the same as the lavender. Really nice soft sheen to it. Very, very soft hand, and would make a phenomenal top. Okay. This one here is super cool. This is a brushed, kind of a heavyweight poplin in khaki. This will make a really, really nice like jacket or like a soft shoulder blazer, something like that. Really, really nice hand cotton. You can do a lot with this. I mean, there's dresses. You can make a lot of things out of these. You can make a pair of pants. This is another, did this one stretch? A little bit of stretch, just an espresso twill that came in. Fine weave, kind of nice midweight sturdy twill. This is really pretty. This is a really soft blush. Viscose sateen, also nice and heavy, almost kind of the weight of like a bridal satin or a pot de soie. Really soft, kind of a matte sheen to it, nice structure. Again, skirt, jacket, more of a bottom weight, really, really nice. And just so soft. Again, viscose is incredible. Just getting into some twill prints. So these two are both stretch twills. I just fell in love with these prints. They're so fun, nice and vibrant. The stretch is good on these. I mean, 10 to 15%, not like a ton of stretch, but enough for if you're doing like a dress or a skirt, a pair of shorts or a jacket, something to give you that flexibility. Really, really nice. Here is the other one with kind of this cool blush and really kind of a dark espresso. Blush and dark espresso swirl print, which is pretty cool. This is one that's also really nice and vibrant. A really nice, rich black background with these like retro squares and rectangles, all these colors. This one's cool. This one is a really nice solid midweight with a lot of stretch on the width. So this would actually be really cool for a pair of pants if you're feeling daring. Obviously, again, a jacket, a skirt, anything, but the stretch really kind of adds a little bit. And weight-wise, you could make a top out of this. Just be aware that's going to be a little bit more structured. It's not exactly a shirt weight, but it's a lighter midweight that you could make a top out of if you wanted to. These two were also, again, very high-end. These are really, kind of see the weave. These are printed bull denims, kind of a nice mid-weight, but just very, very like, and I mean, for a bull denim or something like this, like the fluidity is really nice. It has a little bit of stretch. I mean, I think it's like 5%, just like a tiny bit of stretch because it has like 3% elastic. And this print is so cool. It's like this classic Glen check, and then it's got these vibrant, beautiful florals on it. There's just a lot of cool stuff you could do with this because it's very classy while also being kind of fun. And again, kind of springy. It's like serious, but not too serious. And again, it's the same print, same soft, flexible bull denim. But this one has an ivory floral on it. Really, really cool. All right, last group, but certainly not the least. And these are some of the coolest fabrics in this group, in my opinion. These two are 100% viscose twills. This is actually the same print as one of the cottons that I've already shown you. Or no, it was a silk cotton that I already showed you. But these are just so fluid. Like, and then just wait till we get the Cupro. This one here, kind of see, is a very fine twill weave. Again, the richness of these reds cannot be overstated. Like, really, really beautiful. Very soft, very flowy. Yeah. These are beautiful, and these are going to sell out because they're absolutely stunning. I am in love with these. And then this one here is same thing, viscose twill. Pull that out a little bit more. Let's get a better angle on this. Okay. Viscose twill right here. Again, just the richness of these colors is phenomenal. Yeah, I love the weight and drape. Kind of already said everything that I want to say about this one because these two are effectively the same fabric, but this one is on the navy. And again, the colors are just phenomenal. If ivory isn't your thing, then maybe navy is, because these are really just beautiful. And I highly recommend grabbing some of these. I think, let's see, what do I have on this one? This one, 45 yards, and then it is gone forever. Again, these are dead stock, which means they are mill ends from fashion designers. These in particular were very high-end fashion designers, and we will not be getting them again, unfortunately, because I would totally get those again. And then this last one here. This one is a Cupro twill. I just restocked another Cupro twill that we had that sold out super fast. So if you go to the site, search Cupro, you'll find that. It's a floral and it is stunning. Let me pause the camera here so I can pull this out a little bit better. Okay, so it's got this incredible grid heron print. These birds. And just, again, so if we thought the viscose was fluid, I don't know what to call this, because this stuff is like water. It just runs over your hand. It is so cool, so soft, so fluid. Very much like a very high-end silk in the way that it behaves. It is a Cupro twill. Again, let's see if we can kind of catch the twill weave, because it's pretty, there you go. Kind of see the twill weave there. It is a very fine twill, so this is not chunky. This would make all sorts of stunning, dresses, skirts, anything that you're going to have drape, but also just, incredible comfort, because this is so soft. The Cupro is just one of the most just slinky, comfy, cool to the touch fabrics. If you haven't touched it, grab a swatch, because it's similar to the Bemberg, but with a little bit more weight. So it just kind of, like I said, it really just kind of runs like water. It is so cool. And this print is just absolutely beautiful. This one I have 30 something yards of, and again, it will be gone. Once it sells out, we cannot get more of it, sadly, because this is an incredible print. So this is the last one.
All right, that is the whole drop. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite fabric in this drop? You can also email us at support@califabrics.com if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.